All, let's discuss Franz Kafka's short story, Die Brucke or The Bridge. Die Brucke or The Bridge. It is a short story by Franz Kafka which was published posthumously in 1931. The story was untitled and it was Kafka's friend Max Brod who gave the title The Bridge during the time of its publication. So The Bridge is a very short story in 3 paragraphs. It may be called as a flash fiction. And as you know, a flash fiction is a fictional work of extreme brevity that still offers character and plot development. In the story, The Bridge, we have the first-person narrator, and the bridge itself is the narrator. And the bridge serves as a metaphor in the story for various interpretations. In the story, the bridge discusses how, above the ravine, it grabs onto each end. When someone or something begins to suddenly place pressure on the structure, it collapses. Finally, it is breaking apart, falling upon the jagged rocks below. We can see the bridge as an ambiguous figure in this story. It serves both as a bridge and as a human being. As a bridge, it spans an abyss, and as a human being, it has hands, feet, and clothes. In its human guise, the narrator is hermaphroditic, possessing traits that associate with both male and female genders. For example, the coattails and the bushy hair, etc. And considering the bridge as an object, the bridge has paradoxical features. That is, it is constructed to connect 2 sides of a chasm. It is located in yet uncharted territory. It has never transported a single individual from one side to another. When it is put to use for the very first time, it fails to function as bridge and plummets into the rocky abyss below. Some critics consider the story Bridge as a reflection of Kafka's life situation after the breakup with his fiancée Felice Bauer. We can see that the bridge demonstrates human characteristics so that the events described seem to be taking place within the mind of a distressed person. We can see the story Bridge as a portrayal of basic existential dilemma as well. And this theme of existential dilemma or existential anxiety, alienation, guilt and absurdity are themes which we often see in Kafka's works. And here also we can feel the impossibility of any human action that might contravene eventual death and destruction. The text is also read in a gender perspective. The bridge is grammatically feminine in German, and the male figure crossing it forms the centerpiece of gender-oriented interpretations. Here the stick with which the traveller prods and pokes the hair of the bridge alludes to sexual intercourse. But in Kafka's world, the act of copulation represents a moment of violence that produces self-destruction rather than pleasure and reproduction. In terms of figurative language, the bridge has been read as one of Kafka's self-reflective meditations on figurative language. As a figure of speech, metaphor is in fact a bridge that joins 2 otherwise unconnected entities. And the narrator of Kafka's text, as hybrid between the bridge and human being, concretizes the figure of metaphor as the fusion of distinct entities. We can see the theme of exile in the story. The bridge suggests many ideas central to the theme of exile. It portrays a tragic, fatal consequence of a failed attempt to cross over a treacherous terrain. The realm of memory is also brought into consideration. If the bridge had not forgotten its function, it would not have lost its grip. If the passer had not forgotten the fragility of the bridge at the crucial moment of stepping into it, he would not have caused the tenuous position of the bridge to fall so horribly askew. The bridge suggests that to move beyond the risk and dangers of exile in a successful fashion, an emigre must creatively embrace the past while moving forward into the present world full of possibilities. And here are a few quotes from the text which summarize the whole story. Without falling, no bridge once spanned can cease to be a bridge. My thoughts were always in confusion and perpetually moving in a circle. Who was it? A child? A dream? A wayfarer? A suicide? A tempter? A destroyer? And I turned so as to see him. A bridge to turn around. And it was the end. And here is the list of reference books I have used for this whole work. A Franz Kafka Encyclopedia and The Art of Memory in Exile. Thank you.